What's up, guys? Welcome back to yet another Dragon Blaze video. Hope everybody's doing well. It's been a little bit of time since we made one, so let's get back into making the videos for you guys here. Hope everybody's accomplishing their goals and getting everything they need in Dragon Blaze. We're going to be doing some more of the investment series, and hopefully that is helping you decide what heroes you want to put your time in, hopefully getting their hero cards, and then obviously using your infinity artifacts or items to help boost the amount of cards you get. You can also craft as well, and hopefully you get lucky around that area because it can happen. Hopefully we are doing all of our events. They'll be going away pretty soon, so I'll be doing a jackpot event very soon. Like probably within the next couple of days, I believe. We'll just go ahead and grab that. I believe that's about to end here shortly. Let's see. So yeah, mining event, make sure you're doing that. That is on the 18th. So yeah, everything's about to be going away. 18th, 25th. We'll probably do some more treasure event. 18th, yes, I'll be doing a jackpot event probably here in a couple of days. But yeah, we're gonna do some more treasure event. I'm stuck on the area. I just gotta find out where that person is. But yes, let's get back into the investment series, and we are doing mages. So let's get back to them. Oh, that's why. Me having a slow moment there. There's no mages quite yet. So now we're going to be doing this mage. So we're going to see if she is actually any good. Haven't really invested too much time into her at all. She's level 16 because of the pledge. So we're going to see if she's actually worth putting more time into. They're all the same. The magic mage DPS. So let's see what she's about. Well, that was pretty cool. All right, so attacks one enemy and increase your ENT upon normal attack 7th phase for 4 seconds, which is quite good. ENT is one of your main stats, so every time she normal attacks, she gets that, which is quite good. It's always nice whenever you get to be able to buff and do stuff like that. Plus, it's a 7th phase, so if there's nothing 7th phase, nothing less than 7th phase, she'll always have that. So that's quite important. That's actually not bad. And her first ability, it says inflicts 2,250% skill damage on one enemy, cooldown 13.3 seconds. Let's see why. She has 3 specialties here. So the first one says inflicts 900% additional skill damage on all nearby enemies, which is pretty awesome. The second one says stun all enemies. 7th phase, it ignores immunities, evasion for 3 seconds, excluding bosses. Guys, that's very important. That is very important. The fact that she stuns all enemies 7th phase, ignores immunities and evasion, means they cannot dodge it for 3 seconds, excluding bosses. That's very important to note. That if you're fighting enemies that are really hard, and then you use this ability where she does it, it gives you an opportunity to try to take them down based on how long for those 3 seconds. So that's quite powerful for sure. And this is not a very long cooldown, so that's amazing. And then it says third one says, and then her third specialty, once my notification gets out of the way, says blind all enemies, rogues, to make all other attacks miss. So she blinds enemy rogues to make all their attacks miss. So if you're facing a lot of rogues, this is a good thing. And the 9th phase ignores immunities and evasion for 8 seconds. Guys, she's pretty awesome. Just these 2 alone is pretty powerful. Lots of utility here. Yeah, it's only for rogues. I get it, but hey, you will come by where you will fight some rogues. So rogue bosses, well, you can't do it for bosses, but like really rogue enemies, or if you're fighting through adventure or anything like that, whatever, she's going to help out with that. Second ability, it says inflicts 1,500% skill damage on all enemies, cooldown 16.5 seconds. Let's see why. It has 3 specialty effects. It says inflicts the same additional skill damage on all enemies, which is quite powerful. The second one says stun all enemies. 7th phase, Ignores immunities and evasion for 4 seconds, excluding bosses. So here we go again. This attack does kind of the same thing. She's all about AoEing. She's all about stopping whatever's going on to allow you to deal lots of damage and kind of get in there. So that's pretty awesome. And then the third one says cast buff block on enemy rogues. Ninth phase ignores immunities and evasion. So we'll see what that is when we go further into her abilities when we read them. But she really doesn't like rogues, and she allows you to really deal lots of damage when the time comes for it. So that's kind of awesome. That is really cool. And then her ultimate, it says upon charge of 100% signature energy, she has 3 specialties. 1 inflicts 9,000% skill damage on one enemy, which is not bad. I mean, doing lots of damage is nice. Inflicts 3,600% additional skill damage on all nearby enemies. So she can hit one and then hit everybody, which is quite sick. And then the third one says remove up to 7th phase buffs on all enemies, excluding bosses. So that's also very powerful. So any buff that is like 7 or less, when she ultimate, she's going to remove all of that. She's going to hit one enemy dealing tons of damage, and then the others dealing some decent minor damage. And above all else, she's very good. She's like a good, like AoE stunning type of hero, and allowing you to just get in there. So she's quite powerful, actually. She's gonna put in definitely a lot of work. Definitely like the things that she does. That's quite amazing. Let's see the block buff if we can find it, because I don't think they included that. I'm not, I guess it just blocks whatever. And then the signature, let's see. So, because we have more here. Okay, so she has specialty 4. It says attacks on Starlight Footprint mode, 7th phase for 32 seconds. Let's see what that does. Wow, her ultimate does a lot. It says Starlight Footprint effect 1, increase your NIT by 240% and magic damage by 960%, which is quite a lot. And then the second one says inflicts 1,000% skill damage on all enemies for 2 seconds. The third effect says inflicts additional skill damage on all enemies that equals to 10% of your maximum HP every 2 seconds. Ignores invasion, excluding bosses. That's a lot of damage based on your HP. That's quite a bit. And we're not even done. She has a fourth effect. It says cast an effect that causes up to 2 attacks to inflict 1 damage on yourself every 2 seconds for 3 seconds. So not only she can keep herself alive through her ultimate doing those critical plays, it allows you to ignore invasion. So this is going to hit regardless whether they like it or not. It's going to hit them. Her ultimate's beyond powerful. She's definitely a very powerful mage. And then we have a fifth effect. It says when you kill an enemy during Starlight Footprint mode, the enemy cannot be revived. Let's read that again. When you kill an enemy during Starlight Footprint mode, that enemy cannot be revived. So that is very important to know that when they're gone, and they're not ever coming back. Wow. She's quite powerful. Very, 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 very good. Let's go to her passive. It says conditional special skill cooldown 18.7 seconds. Condition when there are 3 or more enemies activated during Starlight Footprint mode. Specialty 1, it says inflicts 1,000% skill damage 10 times on a random enemy. Well, that's pretty powerful. Specialty 2, cast Starlink on all enemies. Specialty 3, stays immortal. 9th phase for 12 seconds. Don't know what that means. Probably she can't die for this point in time. Hopefully they give us more information about that, but that sounds kind of broken. And then it says recovers HP by 100% when immortality ends. So yeah, so she stays immortal for a good, for 12 seconds and then recovers her HP. So that's quite powerful, man. This is a really powerful mage. And then it says Starlink effect 1 says removes up to 7th phase buffs on all enemies, including boss types. Effect 2 inflicts additional damage that equals 50% of your maximum HP on enemies. Ignores invasion, including bosses. Effect 3 casts a buff that disables normal attacks on all enemies. 7th phase for 12 seconds. Ignores immunities and evasion. So, wow. This is probably the best mage, probably for third impact, for sure. Lots of utility. She makes sure things hit. She makes it to where you cannot dodge. She stuns you so many times. I'm just gonna call it here. She's probably the best third impact mage. Just period. Probably, like, it's kind of insane. Pegasus, it says, okay, passive. Personal passive, increase magic attack by 150% and STA by 40%. Enemy aura, increase received magic damage by 15%. Specialty 1, upon entering the battlefield, uses Starlinks. That's pretty good, actually. Specialty 2, upon normal attacks, inflicts 1500% additional skill damage on nearby enemies, including boss types, which is very nice. Specialty 3, upon normal attacks or using Silent Night, Horn of Purity, cast Pegasus effect on all enemies. 7th phase, ignores immunities and evasion, including bosses. So let's see what that is. It says Pegasus effect 1, when hit, cannot use activated skills. So she basically disables your skills being activated. Yeah, just when you thought she couldn't do anything else. Pegasus effect 2, the duration is applied by 2 seconds on normal attacks, 7 seconds upon using Silent Night, and 12 seconds upon using Horn of Purity, being applied individually. Wow, this mage is just so broken. I'm just, that's kind of dumb. Arena, League Battle, and Go Take Over passive. So this is just for those things. If you do those, this would be for you. If not, I really wouldn't worry about it. Personal passive, increase magic attack by 300% and NIT by 80% and STA by 80%, which is very nice. That's all useful. Enemy aura, increases enemy aura, increase received magic damage by 30%. Specialty 1, inflicts 3000% additional skill damage on all enemies upon normal attacks. Specialty 2, upon using Silent Night, casts an effect that causes up to 3 attacks to inflict 1 damage on all allies, mages. So you want to have a mage team for sure if you want this effect to be very useful. 8th phase for 9.8 seconds, which is very meaningful. Specialty 3, upon using Starlink, stuns all enemies, rogues. 8th phase, ignoring immunities and evasion for 4.2 seconds. And then this is just where my stuff is. My magic attack is 307%, range 307%, and then my STA is about 92%, which is not a main stat, but it does help. Like, all those things very, very help. And then we're gonna go to her affinity passive. Personal passive, it says increase magic attack by 110% and AoE attack by 126%, which is very important because she does a lot of AoE. AoE is hitting basically all your enemies and stuff like that. Area basically affect damage, basically, but you want to just hit everybody. That's what the AoE is, and she does a lot of it. It says ally aura increase NIT by 15%. Specialty 1, upon normal attacks for using Silent Night, Horn of Purity, Pegasus effect cast on all enemies becomes 8th phase, so it goes higher, which is very important. That is very important. Specialty 2, upon using Star Hoof, Silent Light Footprint, cast effect on self becomes 8th phase, so she makes sure she gets even higher buff, which is very important. Specialty 3, upon using Star Hoof, Starlink buff, removes effects on all enemies, is increased to 8th phase, so that's also very important as well. And then the last one is Type 2 Arena League Battle Go Takeover passive. Personal passive, increase main stats by 44% and magic attack by 206% and NIT by 60%. And then as you see, I believe she has 2 triple S gears, and then I think her charm right there, or her accessory, is double S for sure. We have gold here, 1 purple, and then we have all of these done now because I didn't have it before, so I had to fix that. But what do I think? about EP, as I'm just going to call her. My opinion, she's by far the best third impact mage, for sure. She does a lot of stunning and a lot of controlling, AoEing, buffing, debuffing, stuff like that. Just, I mean, this passive alone is just broken. Like, all her stuff is so good, especially for a mage team. Yeah, it's just at the current moment, she's the best third impact mage, for sure, and definitely should be putting a lot of resources into, for sure. Yeah, she hits on rogues, but a lot of her abilities are still very utility based and to help you overcome your matches. Yeah, she doesn't really hit bosses, unfortunately, but you should have a team that takes down the bosses along with her. But yes, she's definitely very powerful. Definitely worth the time to put your efforts into. Because I just haven't seen a mage can do just that much work. But yes, that is my video today. She's definitely impeccable. Definitely put your time and efforts into her. She definitely will pay off. I'm saving all of my stuff for the fourth impact, but you're still gonna have to power up all your mages, so all of your characters. So be sure you definitely power up her. And I'm glad that you guys like my content. Like, comment, subscribe. If you don't, hey, no big deal. Thank you for coming by the channel. And I will definitely see you for the next one.